All right, Lindsay, man, we ran over so big in that first break, in that first segment there. I just had to get that story off my chest. Let's go 5 minutes here. Let's run over again. Breaking rules when necessary, right?
Absolutely.
Breaking rules when necessary. Look, the Guns and Gear text line is 769-241-1944. The Mazda of Jackson phone line is 601-879-0002. And let's check out some text here real quick. I saw the text machine rocking and rolling over here. Jerry sent a link. Frisco sent this to me, and Frisco, honestly, this is what I was thinking about when you were talking about it. He says, listen to Joe Rogan's podcast with Matt Walsh. Joe talks about it. Remember, no social media in 1969 made me think, yeah, Joe's kind of in the camp of the moon landing didn't happen too.
Look, I'm telling you, I'm sorry. I just don't believe that we had that kind of technology back then. I mean, heck, Wi-Fi goes out half the time here and we can't use internet. If we were able to live stream from the moon, look how much, I mean, it takes technology to live stream here in Florida, Mississippi.
It was on a delay.
I just don't see it.
So look, here's how I feel about it. If you came out and told me, if somebody came out and they finally said that we killed Kennedy and we didn't go to the moon, I would believe both. Well, I 100% already believe Kennedy. But if they came out and said, you know what, we didn't go to the moon, gotcha, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
But I think we went to the moon. What do y'all think? What does the public think? Let me know in the comments on the text machine. Do y'all think we went to the moon? I think we did. And I want you to think about it. It goes back to Roswell, the crash at Roswell.
Mm-hmm.
America had been just come out of the damn dark ages. The world had just come out of the dark ages, basically. We had just invented electricity and motorized vehicles in the last 20, 30 years of that. Just keep that in mind, right?
Yeah.
We didn't have computers. We didn't have computer chips. We didn't have computing. Whatever crashed in Roswell. When was that? 40? Will you Google when did the Roswell crash happen? The exact year. I can't remember if it was pre-World War, pre-nuclear bomb or post-nuclear bomb. Lindsay's Googling
1947.
1947. So we dropped the nukes in 45. So it was after the nuclear bombs got dropped. And there's just been this saying for a long time that in these areas that are very prone to nuclear war and have a high nuclear, that's where a lot of these alien spottings happen at.
I was about to ask, I want to hear this theory that you have about aliens.
Well, I think that an alien spaceship crashed. We reverse engineered the technology from that spaceship. And that's how we got the microchip. That's how we got stealth technology. That's how we ended up on the moon. That's how we got propulsion technology. A lot of this stuff. That's why I believe an alien spaceship crashed in Roswell. I 100% believe that happened. Because, I mean, how arrogant do you have to be to think that we're the only thing out there?
No, I completely agree with that.
I mean, I think, we talk about God and angels. Well, those are aliens. I don't even think y'all gonna think I'm on the crazy train. We're not even from this world. I think we're from another world.
I mean, are we even real? Are we in a simulation?
We are, in fact. I don't even think we're from. This is not our original planet as humans. I think we escaped a dying planet, and you may laugh about it, but what are we trying to do right now? We're trying to build technology to go habitate. What's the word I'm looking for?
Sean said, "God bless you, Clay."
Habitate. Colonize. We're trying to go colonize another planet now. We're trying to set up a colony on Mars, and we're looking for these other planets that are what they call the Goldilocks zone, that had the perfect amount of oxygen and water and everything for humans to go live on.
I'm gonna have to get down this rabbit hole because
this is true. I mean, whether you believe my other theories or not, NASA is doing that. They're constantly looking to colonize and send people to Mars and other planets that humans could in fact live on.
Wasn't it not long ago people were actually signing up to go to Mars?
Yeah. So to think that just in the last 100 years of technology that we've had, 100 years, really, if you want to say 1947, we ain't even at 100 years yet. But if you don't say the last 100 years, we've gone from the dark ages, basically, to what we're able to do now. to think, I don't think it's implausible to think that there's some other civilization out there on another planet that's thousands and thousands of years ahead of us in technology, and that we're able to do this already, and that we're just on the brink of the brink of what we're going to be able to do. Just look at AI, for example. So
yeah, well, I mean, just look at. I mean, I remember when computers were first invented, and there was dial-up, and now it's just like everybody's got the world at their fingertips.
Well, look how fast that's happened. Is my point.
Yeah.
Look how fast that's happened. So look, let's take. I see all your texts and comments on both, and we're going to read them. I didn't plan on talking about aliens this morning.
Moon landing.
But Lindsay doesn't believe the moon landing happened, so this just has completely crashed the whole show. But we do have a bunch of stuff to talk about on the FEMA cover-up, the FEMA nonsense going on in North Carolina, and more. Let's take a break. We'll be right back, and we'll be back on schedule. This is the Clay Edwards Show with Lindsay Beckham, live on 103.9 FM, WYAB.
Sean. Sean's head is exploding right now.
the mics are on, by the way. So whose head?
Sean's.
Well, I mean, am I wrong?
I mean, no, I don't. Look, I'm the biggest conspiracy theorist there is.
I mean, I don't think it's too much of a conspiracy theory. I just don't. I do believe we went to the moon, but I believe that we've done some other stuff too. I believe there's a lot of things that our government has done. I never underestimate our government's ability to screw us.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, look what's happening in North Carolina on a more realistic, less
that place
conspiratorial.
like out in Vegas, Area 51?
Area 51.
They won't let anybody near. I mean, you can't come. They'll arrest you if you come within so many miles of it.
Look, before I got into all this, like my 30s, let's just say in my late 20s and 30s, I was obsessed with this stuff. I could tell you way more about it then. I've kind of refilled my brain with other stuff, but all the ancient alien stuff and the Roswell and the Area 51 and Hangar 13 is Hangar 13, the other one in Ohio where they took all the crash like from the multiple crashes. I mean, Megadeth did a whole lot. Hangar 18, I'm sorry, Hangar 18, and forget the name of the base, but it's in Ohio. So there's a lot of stuff out there. I mean, there is.
I mean, you can't honestly think that they tell us a fraction of what they actually know.
Yeah. This person here, Everanium, I'm saying it right, says, I don't know how to pronounce habitat. Perhaps the subject is a bit much. No, I can pronounce habitat. That's not the word I was looking for. I think cohabitate. I was trying to say colonize. There's another word for it that was eluding me, but I know how to pronounce habitat. Thank you very much. People are conflicted on this, by the way. This is a controversial topic. Ricky Gray agrees with me. Anna Fontenot says, nope, never went. I find it weird that if we did go, we no longer can because we lost the technology. No, we cannot penetrate the firmament. I mean, I don't think we lost technology. We sent a rover up to the moon.
But why have more people not been?
Other people have. China and Russia been to the moon. I mean, do you think they faked it too?
I don't know. It's hard for me to believe.
I mean, like, here's my question. People are like, well, why haven't we been back? Well, why do we need to go back? I mean, how many trips to the moon do you need to make?
Well, there's no way they could have explored the entire moon while they were there.
Well, we got a rover up there now doing it, though. Well, there's at one point you could go to NASA.com and log in and watch the rover in live time what it was doing. Now, people can say, Clay, that's not really on the moon. I get it, but I want to believe that we went to the moon, and I want to believe that aliens crashed here and we reversed some technology. So that's what I'm going to believe.
It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't be that hard for me to believe that there was a crash and we took technology from them.
I mean, look at the cloud seeding and all this other stuff. Yeah, Sean, thank you, Sean. Sean did say when we went back 5 times. Last one was in 1972. That's right. We did go back. I was thinking that. I just couldn't remember the dates off the top of my head. So yeah, we did go back to the moon. But my point being, like, how many times do you really need to go back? I mean, we've been 5 times. I mean, just in moon years, because they're not exactly up there building anything. Is there anything to go back up and check on? Oh, we're back.
We're back.
All right, we're back. Sorry, running my mouth, and forgot to hit the button there. So you're listening to the Clay Edwards Show. Man, we're hotly debating this topic during the break there.
We always land on something, no pun intended, that we don't intend to.
Yeah, hotly debated topic here this morning about the if the moon landing was real and reverse engineering space alien technology, stuff that was not in the show notes for this morning, by the way. But and I mean, I should have never read that text about the American flag coming on the moon, coming from that place that they dropped those supplies off at. But hey, real quick, Lakeland Glass and Tint, guys, for all your window tinting, windshield replacement, vehicle wrap, paint protection film, and ceramic coating needs, they got you covered. But hey, look, they do more than just vehicles. Do you need your windows on your home or business tinted too? I know here at WYAB, these windows face west, and man, that sun gets to hitting on them, and they're tinted here, and it ain't nothing nice. It makes a huge difference. Of course, it can help with keeping things cooler in the summer, but it can also just help with keeping your not having to see the sun in your eyes all the time. So let them do your home or business as well. And look, hey, do you have a restaurant or a business and you would like to turn a wall, put a big mural on a wall, big graphic, maybe your logo, if you're a restaurant, maybe your menu? I just think of endless things you may want on your wall other than just paint or pictures. Let them come in and wrap your wall with whatever design of your choice is. I think there's nothing cooler than that when you go in somewhere and places have that done. It's such a great use of space, affordable too. Because I don't know if you've priced getting signs made lately. Signs are not cheap. Getting wrapped on a wall ain't cheap either, but it's more cost efficient than having to get a sign. And if you got to change anything, again, it's just more cost efficient. Check them out for that too. Of course, it all starts online at lakelandglassandtent.com. And they are, I don't know if it's open yet or not, but coming soon, if not already open, their new downtown Brandon location. They're going to be doing windshields and window tint there on the corner of Highway 80 or West Government Boulevard and Highway 471. You know where, if you're from downtown Brandon, you know exactly where I'm talking about. Great to have them in the neighborhood. It's a block from my house. So
yeah, that's a great little area.
It is, man. I tell you, I've been trying to talk Sean into moving to downtown Brandon. Like, man, it's just everything's in walking distance, and I just don't know, man.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I don't see it happening anytime soon, but it's a good time out there. We had a blast Saturday. I wasn't even planning on doing anything Saturday afternoon after our McBee's show. I was just going to watch a football game there and was just going to go home for the day. And ended up, they had that beer fest in downtown Brandon, and man, we ended up wandering around for that and ended up bar hopping a little bit. Just had a good old time Friday night in downtown Brandon. So welcome to the neighborhood, Lakeland Glass and Tint. But if you need your windshield replaced, it's the location on Lakeland Drive right next to Red Arrow Car Wash. And if you need anything else done that I listed above or prior, it's on the Flowwood Drive campus right there across the street from Merritt Health Hospital. But start online, lakelandglassandtent.com. All right, we got 4 minutes here, and we're going to end this whole X-Files conversation with this hour. We're going to get into the serious stuff next hour. Let's read a couple of the comments here on the interweb. Steven says Bob Lazar was a NASA scientist and did a documentary on Area 51 and space. Yeah, I'm a big Bob Lazar fan. I 100% believe Bob Lazar. His episode with Joe Rogan is also phenomenal, but he's got tons of documentaries on the History Channel as well.
I'm going to have to go watch that.
Check out Bob Lazar. That's a Steven on Facebook. Like Alan Ladd on YouTube says, sounds like Clay fell asleep watching X-Files last night. Man, Lindsay got me this morning. Lindsay got me.
Look, I listened to the video this morning getting ready, and I was thinking, if he says that on air today, I'm going to have to say something about the moon landing.
On YouTube, I have a detractor here. Everanium says, lower the mushroom dose in the mornings. And also says, if you aren't sure how to pronounce habitat, perhaps the subject is a bit much. Look, I'm a deep thinker. I'm a critical thinker. Charlotte Stringer says,
and look, Charlotte knows what she's talking about now.
Charlotte says, my grandmother, who would be 95 now, God rest her soul, everything she ever told me, including that JFK was killed by our own American government. She told me, baby, no one went to the moon. It was faked for money. She wasn't a doctor or rocket scientist. She was not a doctor or a rocket scientist or any of that, but she has been right about everything she told me. I used to giggle at her, but it's looking like she was right. Can't argue that. Anne says, nope, never went. I find it weird that if we did go, we no longer can because we lost the technology. We cannot penetrate the firmament. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think we went. Ricky Gray says, I'm not joking. I believe what you were saying. I have thought that too. Oh, let's see here. Ricky says exactly. Lindsay. All right. That's the chats. Let's check out the text machine real quick.
This is a hot topic.
Jerry Arnold says Bob Lazar is a fake quack proven a long time ago. No, I disagree. He's the truth. Frisco says, Clay, think about it. You believe the government covered up the alien spaceship crash, but not covered up the fake moon landing? I just think too many people would have to talk. They would have to keep too many people secret. You can't kill everybody.
People have talked though.
Unknown texture says, why is no one talking about the overwhelming evidence of cloud seeding that caused the hurricane to greatly intensify?
I believe that too.
I do. Look, at this point, they did it, and look, they created that hurricane to run over these red states to keep Republicans from voting. That's really what happened.
That's what I wholeheartedly believe it.
That's what the internet says. Unknown texture. Democrats have been living in outer space for decades. The moon landing was done in a movie studio. I have seen some things about the movie studio.
Well, I mean, the way, if you really look into it, it's the way the light hit, and then the flag was, there's no breeze on the moon. How was the flag blowing? It just, there's a lot of things that just really don't add up.
There's no breeze on the moon.
There's no air, and there's no
wind on the moon.
There's no wind.
Yes, there is. There's wind on the moon. There's all kind of elements going on out there.
I know.
All right. Continuing on with text messages. Unknown texture says, I saw Elvis jogging down Main Street in Madison. Look, everything's on the table now. Yeah. Everything. My cousin-in-law Keith says, of course we went to the moon. We didn't have the technology. How about the pyramids and all the other unexplained things that took place? Then please explain what you believe. The technology has always been there, just needed to be tapped into. I agree with Keith. We went to the moon. I believe a lot of other kooky things, but we went to the moon. And we continue to go. We continue to go to space. I mean, do you think all the other space stuff is fake?
No, I don't think all of it's fake.
Let's take a break, come back, land the plane for hour one. We're going to leave this conversation in the past, and we're going to get back serious about what's going on in North Carolina and what FEMA's doing to we're going to try to decide fact or fiction on some of this stuff. They're talking about FEMA arresting people, giving donations to migrants instead of people in need. There's a lot of stuff out there. And frankly, it's very disheartening. So we're going to
very much so.
We're going to turn the dial to something more serious without you actually changing the dial. This is the Clay Edwards Show with Lindsey Beckham. We will be right back. On Saturday, October 12th at Pearl City Park for the annual Oktoberfest and Gumbo Festival. That's right, Saturday, October 12th, 2024. There's going to be beer because you can't have an Oktoberfest without Clay and Sean. I mean beer. There's going to be live music, food, vendors. It's going to be a big old car show and a kids zone. Hey, you think you got what it takes to make some award-winning gumbo? Think you can win some money? Check this out. It's also their annual gumbo cook-off, again, Saturday, October 12th at the City Park in Pearl. Main Street Pearl presents. Check out these cash prizes. First place is going to get $1,500. Second place, $1,000. Third place, $750. Think you can decorate your booth better than anybody else? How about a $250 prize for the most spirited, decorated booth? Hey, Main Street Pearl is going to pick their favorite gumbo. If it's yours, there's $500 in your pocket. Again, join me and my co-host, Sean Yerkron, as we broadcast live from Oktoberfest in Pearl. Saturday, October 12th, the party starts at 10. Sean and I will be there sometime after lunch. We hope to see you there. What's the old saying? Don't meet me there, beat me there. 2024, Oktoberfest and Gumbo Festival, Pearl City Park, Saturday, October 12th. Stay blessed. All right, online listeners. My goodness, did we jump down a rabbit hole this morning?
We sure did.
Hey, this is fun though. All joking aside, I mean, whether you believe this stuff or not, it is fun conversation.
Yeah.
And I think every now and then it's nice to have a little change of pace.
And it's interesting to see how many people really do doubt the government.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people started to doubt the government.
Yeah.
During the pandemic.
Whitney says on YouTube, says, I agree with Lindsay on this one. Fun show this morning. Thank you, Whitney. George says, I believe in the firmament and we can not break through it as well. I might have to look into that a little bit.
Yeah.
Charlotte says, was Hollywood studio here first or the moon landing? Makes you think what came first, chicken or the egg? I like Alan Ladd says, y'all are like a regular Fox and Scully this morning. Love it. Hey, look, man, I do love all that stuff. I was an X-Files fan. There was another show on Fox that came out after that was similar to X-Files, but a little different, where they were able to kind of go into different situations. It was really, really good. I binge watched every episode of that. It was a one-word name. I can't remember the name of it, but it was really, really good too. It was kind of supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
It had 6 or 7 seasons. Really good stuff. And it was about living in alternate timelines.
Yeah, I mean, because it's hard not to believe that we're not jumping timelines at some point. Yeah, Steven said, with everything we know about the government, why would we trust them? Good point.
Somebody's going to clip all this out and put it on the internet and try to make us look crazy.
No, would never make us look crazy.
Right. I think Jay Allen and crew are going to have a field day with this one.
Oh, goodness.
Let's see here. I'm going to try to adjust Lindsay's camera a little bit. Kind of got it zoomed out a bit much on her here. And we're just, we're talking during the breaks here, guys. We don't always have something to say. I just don't like putting the ad up that says now in break if I don't have to. So, Iridium says sliders. No, man, it was another show on Fox about supernatural stuff. What shows were on Fox TV about supernatural other than X-Files? Google is not being much of a help right now.
AI is not popping up exactly what you need.
Let's see here. I'm going to have, I'll find it like during the time. We are going to take a real break during the top of the hour break, the 7-minute one. I bought some of the DVDs of the seasons. So I know it exists. It was really good, man. It was about a father and son. And the father was a government CIA scientist or something like that.
I think I remember something about that.
Fringe. That was it. Thank you. Fringe. It's one of the best TV series ever. And I highly, highly recommend going back and watching Fringe. That's a show that I wish would come back.
Streams.
Yeah, it's real good. It's probably on Hulu if I had to guess, because Fox owns Hulu.
Yeah.
And a lot of their series are there. I haven't seen Millennium, but I'll check that one out, Alan Ladd. And if somebody said Sliders too. So yeah, Sliders sounds interesting. Sounds like an alternate timeline kind of show.
Yeah.
I like that kind of stuff. Like everybody hated that new Indiana Jones where they involved aliens and Nazis and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. I just like paranormal stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it is interesting. It's definitely interesting.
Like I'm not into the ghost hunting stuff. I mean, I believe in ghosts to an extent, but like,
I don't want to summon them.
But we're getting ready to come back live. Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show. We got about a minute here. We have exactly a minute to our top of the hour news break. Then we'll be back at 8:07, and that's when we're going to change topics here and get back on to all the North Carolina Hurricane Helen conspiracy theory stuff or conspiracy facts.
Right. I was about to say, I don't know if it's much of a conspiracy theory
that's going on. We did decide on another great TV show other than X-Files along the same vein, that if y'all are interested in this type stuff, that I ended up binge watching before binge watching had a name. It's called Fringe. It was on Fox. I think you could probably find it on Hulu if I had to guess, as far as the streaming platforms. Highly recommended. I think it's better than X-Files personally. So I really, honestly, I wasn't even a big X-Files fan when it was on live. I went back and watched X-Files, and I really enjoyed it. And I like the X-Files movie too. So just any good paranormal stuff. See, I wish Hollywood would get back to doing some stuff like that, non-political, non-woke, non-patriotic too, for that matter. Just get back to making good movies without a lean to the left or the right.
Yeah.
And make me interested in movies again.
Sometimes it's good to check out for a minute. And
we'll be right back with Lindsay Beckham on the Clay Edwards Show. All right, guys, I am going to throw the thing up here, and we got to take a real break here. So y'all stay tuned, hit the share button, and we will be right back here on the interwebs with all you guys. Y'all continue the conversation there in the chat. Like Alan Ladd says, same dude that created the X-Files created Millennium. I think he also has something to do with Bad Robot dude did Fringe. I can't remember that guy's name, but Bad Robot makes a lot of science fiction stuff, a lot of Hollywood movies and stuff too. All right, let me throw my thing up here. No, I'll tell you, actually, I got to tell y'all about something real quick. This Saturday, we got your plans for Friday night. This Saturday is the annual Pearl Oktoberfest and Gumbo Festival. This Saturday, October 12th at 10 a.m. is when it all gets started. But look, you ain't got to be there that early if you don't want to. It's going to be beer. Of course, it's Oktoberfest. It better have beer.
Right.
It's going to have music. It's going to have food. It's going to have vendors, a car show, and a kids zone. But look, here's
it's going to have the Clay Edwards Show.
It's going to have the Clay Edwards Show out there with Sean Yorkron. I'm not exactly sure what time we're going to be there. I don't want to give y'all a hard time because we got our sports show at McBee's that we do on Saturdays. Yeah. And it ends at 12. We're going to pack up and go straight there. So I imagine we'll be there by 1-ish. How much of a show it's actually going to be, I don't know. It just depends on logistics and the band playing and everything else. But here's the other cool thing. Can you cook gumbo? Do you think you can cook gumbo? They're having a big gumbo cook-off as part of this as well.
And those prizes.
Insane. First place, $1,500. Second place, $1,000. Third place, $750.
I need to learn how to cook gumbo before Saturday.
I'm telling you, man, get on YouTube and how to cook good gumbo. Then they had the most spirited booth. You get a $250 prize if it's like, I guess it's going to be a little Halloween theme, and this is October, so I guess spirited or whatever. The best decorated booth, $250. And then this is brought to you by Main Street Pearl, which is kind of their a Chamber of Commerce type thing.
Yeah.
If they pick your gumbo as the best, you don't have to be a winner. This can be somebody completely separate. You get another you get $500.
Wow.
So theoretically, if you win first place, you could also win most spirited booth and Pearl Main Street Pearl favorite. So $750, you could win $2,250 if you were really, really dedicated to this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you just hit a walk-off home run. I mean, some real money could be made Saturday. And hey, if nothing else, get by there and taste all the great gumbo.
Yeah.
Chase it with some cold beer. I'm not sure which beer company is going to be out there doing the beer vending, but I'm sure it'll be good. Cold beer is always good. I enjoyed quite a bit of cold beer Saturday. I somehow lost weight over the weekend. And
because you were running from place to place.
I was. Look, y'all, I went into the weekend at 249 pounds. No, that's wrong. I'm sorry. 247 pounds. I came out of it this morning at 244.4. I lost 3 pounds over the weekend. But all joking aside, I mean, I did drink some beer and stuff, but I'm not eating as much. I'm not doing carb deficit stuff right now. Mm-hmm. I'm starting back today. I'm starting back my steak and eggs stuff today. I really want to go on and knock this last 15 or so pounds off. But that shot, that semaglutide from Men's Health Mississippi or New Care, same place.
Yeah.
It has made a huge difference in just the amount of food I'm eating. And even without necessarily trying, I'm losing this extra weight by just eating less food, not eating when I'm not hungry.
So you just feel full faster?
Yeah, feel full faster. And it's legitimately working. I know it's controversial. You know, people get mad because they say it's causing the price of diabetic medicine to go up. But I'm not using Ozempic. This is a compounded version, which doesn't really affect that. And it's pennies on the dollar compared to Ozempic.
Yeah.
And you go out there to Men's Health Mississippi and check it out. I would give you the number to text, but they're in between providers on their text number. Hope to have a new number today or tomorrow. But you can check that out. Just go to menshealthms.com and they can get you rolling. Of course, they can also get you checked out with your testosterone as well. And I had a buddy of mine, my buddy Trigg, his son, I think it was Blaze, was like, Clay, what regiment are you on? He said, you look swole. He's like, I said, well, I think because I lost so much of my gut that it finally makes my shoulders and stuff look more broad and big. I don't look just like a big jelly roll anymore. I was like, but it's my testosterone and working out 3 or 4 days a week and eating less, eating right. I mean, it's just a combination of things. And it's been a lifestyle change over the last 3 years. I know there's been a big drastic visual difference the last 3 months because I lost 40 pounds, but it started 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I found a picture. I'm going to show you before and after here in a minute. I don't think I want to put this online. The before is so damn bad. I don't even want people to see how bad it got. I always thought, I was like, there's going to be a time where I'm willing to share these pictures because I'm going to look so much better now that I don't care how bad I looked. I'm embarrassed for people to see how bad it got.
Well, I mean, I told you not too long ago, like, you look like a completely different person than when I met you 4.5 years ago.
Yeah. Thanks so much. Hey, real quick. Also, guys, I'm at the shirt here. It's available now at buyfafo.com. $10 from every purchase is going to go to the American Cancer Society's Real Men Wear Pink campaign. I'm donating it to local ambassador, WLBT's very own Brandon Walker. One of my buddies is participating in it. He's one of my co-judges in the Cordless Corner event that we do for the last 2 seasons. I was an ambassador last year and didn't think about doing the shirt till kind of after the fact. So I saved it for this year. Even though I wasn't going to be an ambassador, I still wanted to do the shirt and raise the money because this is one of the few nationwide charities that I do believe in, because we all know somebody that's been affected by breast cancer. And frankly, I'm a big old fan of the Tatas and want to do what I can to help save them for everybody. So if you want to go out and pre-order one, they'll be ready Wednesday and they'll ship out by fafo.com. If you want to swing by and get one in person, I will have them in person Wednesday night at Burgers Blues Barbecue downtown Brandon from 5 p.m. till about 10 p.m. I cannot guarantee that I'll have your size in stock if you wait and you don't pre-order now. Pre-orders, I ordered a bunch of black shirts, but I got to do 2 different designs on them, the traditional FAFO and this FAFO with the pink ribbon. Guarantee your size by pre-ordering. They're $30. It's a good, high quality tri-blend, next level tee, athletic fit, the whole 9 yards, super soft tee. Love it. It's the only kind of shirt I'll wear. So just guarantee yourself one. And hey, it's going to a great cause to help eradicate breast cancer and support a local dude in the process. And frankly, it's just a cool shirt. Let's just be honest there. If there was ever something that needed FAFO, it's cancer.
Yeah.
It's breast cancer. Needs to F around and find out. And that's exactly what it's doing. And we're going to help do it.